Hi, we're Roy and Karen, and this video is about our RV bucket list and ending our adventure the week of 4th of July.
Since this is the final video in this bucket list adventure, I would like to make a change. Ta-da!
My honey's back.
Last week we made it back to Maine. It was so good to be back in the USA, especially when we're going to be traveling down south during the 4th of July week, visiting colonial Williamsburg, Yorktown, and Jamestown, where the first settlement, I mean, there wouldn't be a USA without Jamestown.
Yeah, that's where my family came in from England, the Pierce side when they came in.
One final change we needed to make to our itinerary while we were making all those other changes up in Canada was the original plan was to go from Maine all the way to Delaware. And that was going to be a long day. So we added a stop while we were making all these changes, and we added Connecticut. Corps of Engineer Park.
West Thompson Lake.
That's the one.
Yes, sir.
I think we're out in the boonies.
I think you are.
We left Maine in the 50s, and I'm dressed for it, as you can see. But we're now in Connecticut, and it's 81 or 82, and the high is going to be 89. And we're at a Corps of Engineer Park. But unlike every other Corps of Engineer park we've ever been to, the lake is too far away. We can't get to it. This is up on a hill, but we're in this gorgeous forest. And we're only here for an overnighter just to break up the trip from Maine to our destination tomorrow, which is Delaware. Now, we are going right through New York City into Fort Lee, New Jersey, which I did live in back when I was in junior high. It's going to be crazy. But Karen has never been to New Jersey. And in order for us to scratch off New Jersey, we both have to go to New Jersey. And you know the rules. We gotta stop. So my plan tonight is somehow, some way, get into New Jersey and find some cool thing for Karen and I to do in Jersey. We took the George Washington Bridge across the Hudson, ended up in New Jersey, and that's where we got our best glimpse of
the skylines in New York City.
Right. So we have a story to tell, or at least I do. Mahoney said, how are we gonna scratch off New Jersey?
We're driving right through it. We got to do something to be able to scratch it off.
And you know that we have a rule, and the rule is...
You have to stay there and do something there.
Well, you have to stop there. Not stay for the night, but do something. And so I went looking up what is the most iconic food in New Jersey.
And Doug already told us, kind of.
My high school friend that we met up in Maine with his wife, Doug, he had mentioned this, but when we looked it up, we found, wait, it was invented in New Jersey in 1856. Taylor ham. Mm-hmm. But in the meantime, we found the best place in South Jersey to have
Taylor's ham.
And it's Dad's Deli.
Dad's Deli and Catering in Marlton, New Jersey.
Marlton, New Jersey. I never heard of Marlton. Let's go. Here we are. So the reason we came here is because when we were up in Maine, a high school buddy of mine said Taylor ham. So we went looking, like where, because we knew we were driving through New Jersey, where's the best place to get a Taylor ham sandwich? And this was the place. So we drove out of our way to come here, but we don't know what the hell we're doing. So So we want to, what should we have tail of ham on?
Usually we do it on Kaiser rolls, egg and cheese. That's the most popular one.
I want one. You want one? Now, do we have a choice of cheese or?
White cheese. White cheese, yeah. American with white cheese, yeah.
Okay, whatever. I want the one that you want me to have.
Purple egg cheese, yeah. 2 of those for you guys?
Uh-huh.
No problem.
Now, it's tail of ham. Why is it called pork roll?
Because down in the south we call it pork roll. Up north, yeah.
Okay.
I go to school up north and they call it Taylor ham too, so I understand the differences.
Here.
I don't remember the last time I've had a Kaiser roll.
There's
That
one.
looks pretty good. Open that up for me. Let's see what that looks like. Oh yeah, baby. Okay. Good? I gotta try to get my hands around this thing. Okay, here we go. Honey, I've had this before. I know that flavor. I had that as a kid in New York, but I haven't had a Kaiser roll in so long. It was a really nice drive through Delaware. We were on our way to a place called Lum's Pond State Park, and it was only going to be another one-nighter.
Right.
But this place turned out to be really special. This was the only place that we saw fireflies on this trip. That we had fireflies all over the campsite.
It reminded us of our honeymoon in Costa Rica.
We had The next morning, we're on the road again. I have another story to tell. And this one has to do with Delaware. I went looking up what was the most iconic food to eat in Delaware, and they said
Vinegar
it's
fries.
French fries with vinegar. And it also said, and every website said it, if you want the best French fries in Delaware, you gotta go to Thrasher's. Well, it turns out there's no parking at Rehoboth Beach in Delaware to get those French fries.
For an RV.
But we found out there's another Thrasher's in Ocean City,
They
Maryland.
have 3 locations, and this happens to be where it started.
And we had no problem parking. And guess what? Now we get to check off 2 states. We get to check off Delaware because we camped there at Lum's Pond last night. But now we get to check off Maryland too. Look where we are. This is what Coney Island used to be for me as a kid. This is so awesome. I wish we had more time to spend here.
It's a beautiful day. We weren't expecting it. We thought we might be walking in the pouring rain. But
Yep.
look what we got instead. Thank you.
Okay, let's go get some fries.
All right.
What's the I was told that the way to eat these is with vinegar.
Yeah, it's over there. You can salt them. I do it that way. That I salt them, and then I put vinegar on it, and I salt them again.
All right. Oh my God, that's breakfast.
You need your receipt?
I think we could have got a small. Do you want just? I'm gonna put this. This is for you.
He said, put a little bit of salt, put a little vinegar, put a little more salt.
Say when.
When? Oh, wow.
Size for it for me? It's 13.71.
Okay. How's the vinegar?
Yummy.
Okay, hold that. Let's see if I agree.
You said chocolate, right? So it doesn't fall for me this time.
Oh my God, that's gonna be terrible, don't you think?
Okay, thank you.
And I'll give you a couple on the side just in case.
Thank you.
Most people normally come back for them anyways. You guys enjoy.
Thank you. Oh. Okay, wait. There's so much coconut. There's so many chocolate chips. This is the real deal. It's getting all over me.
That bite.
Hold on.
Mmm.
That's good, huh?
Mm.
Tell me what you think of yours now. Yeah? Okay. Oh. Unbelievable. It's kind of funny. We're on our last week. We're on our way home. I kind of had low expectations of what this final week was going to be. We're just on our way home. We're on our way down. And so many adventures that we've had over this past 2 months. I was kind of thinking maybe our final week might be a letdown.
Not at all.
That we are having so much fun here in Ocean City, Maryland.
With bonus. We had bonus New Jersey Taylor ham. Now we get bonus Dumpster's ice cream on Ocean City Boardwalk with our Thrasher's fries.
I am just so enjoying our time here. Generator is on for the boys.
Hey,
They are
doing okay in their 90-degree day.
They're gonna be chilling in the air conditioning, I'll bet you. Let's go see. There they are. Good boys. Ah. Oh, it feels good in here. Okay, we're off to Williamsburg, Virginia, Jamestown, Virginia. Oh, you know what? We're gonna have so much fun. We were so bad. We had French fries.
We had to have iconic Delaware French fries. Just turned out we had them in Maryland.
But it was also hot.
And gotta have ice cream when it's hot, especially when you're on a boardwalk.
So it's maybe 11:30 or something like this. We've already had dinner and dessert. That's it for us for today.
We might not be able to eat for 5 days after that. Hit our calorie content. We better quit.
On the way out, we got stopped on a drawbridge when it actually went up. Very cool. This whole morning was so nostalgic for me. I just had such a great time in Ocean City. I want to go back. I want to go on roller coasters next time.
Not that far.
Not that far. From Maryland, we had to take the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel to go across to Virginia. And this, you're only seeing snippets of this thing because it took 12 minutes to get across the whole thing. So I'm gonna just take this footage, the whole 12 minutes, and I'm gonna put it up as a separate video so you guys can experience it too. It was amazing. When we got to Virginia, we just headed straight over to our home base for the next 3 nights, which was Newport News Park Campground. And we chose it because it's very, very close. It's like
Location.
yeah, it's maybe 8 miles from Colonial Williamsburg and Jamestown.
It's right in that triangle.
Right. As you saw from the drive-in, it's a beautiful place. Look at this. Karen's in there getting the boys ready for a walk. I think there's a lot of traffic noise. We're in a big city here. Newport News has got like 200,000 population. But look at that. As we've had to deal with multiple times on this trip, the weather dictates our schedule. The next morning was gonna be dry in the morning and then wet for the rest of the day. And so even though we hadn't even considered Yorktown during the planning stages, when we were reading up about the 3 places, you got Colonial Williamsburg, Jamestown, and Yorktown. Yorktown seemed to be the best place for us to go on a rainy day. So we get there, they got recreators, and they've got a recreation of a military encampment.
And just a brief rundown, what we're showing here is just a part of a regiment, actually just a fourth of a regiment. Regiment will consist of 8 companies. Well, we don't have room for 8 companies, but we do have room for 2. There's company G here, company H. G and H would be the center companies. And a company would normally consist of around 60 soldiers on average. So these small tents are called common tents for the enlisted rank. 6 men will share one of those for sleeping.
Hard to believe you could fit 6 guys in here.
They're sleeping on their sides, maybe.
I think 3 of them need to stand up.
So yeah, we can. Yeah, there are certain things we can. So this right here is a fairly modern device. This is a tourniquet.
Okay. What I'm holding here is the reproduction of the Model 1763 Charleville musket. This is the primary firearm of the French Army in the middle years of the 18th century. To cover your ears if you are so inclined. The drill we're demonstrating today is the one that was written for the Continental Army by General von Steuben and published in 1778 as Regulations for the Order and Discipline of the Army of the United States. I need to get over to our safe firing spot. You are free to come around to the rope line if you wish. Make ready. Take aim. Fire.
The oven?
Yeah, this is going to be a company kitchen, so it's where the soldiers are going to be getting all their cooking and meal prep done. Now this one kitchen does serve a whole company. So a company is that set of 10 tents over there, and each one of those tents has its own little firebox around this kitchen to actually cook at.
Is that tobacco right out there?
Yeah.
Good guess, honey.
Ash crop. And when you get all the way out to the tall building, that's the tobacco drying house. But that's last year's tobacco, so it's really brown and it's got mold on it, so don't take it as what it's supposed to look like.
Everything tastes better in there for sure.
Does it really?
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
We were talking about the house up there, because the house up there is bigger.
So what's for breakfast?
Oh, you missed that. That would have been hours ago.
Oh. Really cool. And then when the rain came, we just moved it indoors, went to the Yorktown Museum, which I thought was really good.
Yeah, it had
Really good.
had a tour, someone taking us around and giving us the highlights so that we can go back and take our time in areas that we were interested in. She did a great job. And it was fun. Hello.
How you doing?
They're all Americans, basically.
Well, I'm an American.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to help me. I don't know where I'm going. There you go, sir. Oh, they always wore shorts, right?
Can you
honey?
buckle them up?
No.
If you want to go get if you want, you can do a photo right with George Washington.
There you go.
No hat?
No, we don't have that.
No hat.
No, you can go out into the
No,
galleries and find
a
one.
wig. You got one of them white wigs? Oh, you guys are just like teasing. Once we were done with that, we went over to Colonial Williamsburg. It was raining. We drove around. We tried to find a parking spot, and I guess we could have worked harder at it and got one. But we just watched everybody walking around with umbrellas, and the recreators weren't going to be out. So we just said, tomorrow, let's go to Jamestown. It's going to be a beautiful day. And I think that was a good decision. Hey, honey, it's not July 4th yet.
Close enough.
What is it?
July 3rd.
And
Happy
where are
birthday,
we?
Daniel. We are at the Jamestown settlement in Virginia. What better place to celebrate? Got to see both the Jamestown settlement and go through that museum and take a tour there, and then went on over when we were done to exploring their grounds and seeing what their reenactors showed.
How you doing?
Hello, my friend. Welcome on board.
You got any rum left?
So rum wouldn't be invented at this time period, and we don't drink rum on the at work. So it's not until the 1650s or 60s that rum becomes available.
Extra shorts. It ended up with them actually coming over and burning. So the little boat, that little small without the sails, that would actually be laying in pieces in the cargo hold of Susan Constant, and they put it together once they arrive in Virginia, and that's going to be used to explore around the area alongside Discovery.
Pretty sophisticated.
Well, they have
Yeah.
go away, and
Am I being filmed?
Yeah.
Okay.
go nuts.
I'll need to talk to my agent before I can go any further because no. So have you ever been here before?
No.
Well, this is actually a replica of the actual fort, which is about a mile to the east.
We're going there
Oh,
next.
good. I was just going to suggest that. They had this great archaeological dig. They found the fort. You go there now, though, and it looks like a dig site. So there's a part of a wall still up there, and the church, very cool stuff. But mostly it's relics and kind of just a sense of, wow, that's where John Smith was, huh? Or wow, Pocahontas wandered through here, wow. But they said, shouldn't we have something for guests so they could kind of see what it would look like? So let's get as close to the actual site as possible and then build what we now call James Fort and the James Settlement.
Rosemary. So we put that in the soup that we're cooking. Yeah. So if you want to make pottage, what we're making today is called pottage. If you want to make it at home, it's super easy. All you have to do is chop up some vegetables, chop up whatever meat you have, and throw it in the pot together. And that's it. That's all it is.
Yeah.
It's very cool. And then headed over to the historic Jamestown to look at the ruins and walk along the river, and as much as we could stand because it was hot.
The Jamestown settlement is run by the same people that did the Yorktown
Museum.
And as a matter of fact, we bought a 2-for ticket. And I think the experience was very similar. Yeah, obviously different stories, but the setup was very similar. I just thought that surprisingly, the Yorktown was so well done, and I got so much information, and I was so entertained that when we got back to the RV and I got my tablet out, I went to Kindle and I started looking up Revolutionary War books because I wanted to learn even more. They just fascinated me on the subject. I learned things that they didn't tell us in school, or I just wasn't listening.
Or we forgot. It's been a while.
Not me. I don't forget anything. A mind like a sieve. The next morning, we hit the road again. We're on our way to South Carolina. But when we crossed the border, we came to a place called South of the Border. And this place is kind of like wall drugs, which is not our thing. And I have no idea why. I always want to go to these places. I always want to stop, even though I don't really enjoy them. But we are going to be stopping there when we're on our way back home from the trip that we are on while you've been watching these videos up in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. So you'll get to see more of South of the Border when we do those videos. When we got to South Carolina, we stayed at the Santee State Campground. And the plan was, and we booked 2 nights there. Rest and relaxation. It's a beautiful place, but we were so close to home. And just like we started the trip all antsy and we left a day earlier, we got antsy again and we just left a day earlier and we just went right home.
And it was a beautiful lake, beautiful trees, but very crowded. And it was 4th of July weekend, and we just said, peace out, going home.
I'm not going to show you us traveling through Georgia. I'm not going to show you traveling through Florida.
You're welcome.
I'm just going to say this. When we got to our little hammock at Fenney, and we saw our beautiful trees with the Spanish moss hanging off them.
And the pond's all full because it's been raining every day since we left.
Our hearts were just filled to the brim with warmth. We love being in the villages. We were so glad to be home for 2 months. Because we're hitting the road again. We're going up to the UP, like I said.
Back to Canada and chasing those northern lights again.
And we're going back to the Keys. And I don't really know what video we're going to show you next Sunday because we recorded this video months ago. But whatever video it is, it'll be right here in this playlist. In the meantime,
we appreciate you traveling with us.
See ya.